All right. Hey there, guys. Thank you for spending a few minutes with us this evening. It's always great to be here 2 times this week, so that's always good. If you've joined us on Tuesday night, you've probably heard me say quite often that, our business has been so phenomenal, even through the whole pandemic. When people were not able to connect in person, when they weren't able to get together, when they weren't even able to go out to a store and purchase the products that they use every day, we were able to be there for them, through social selling and through Facebook parties, through virtual get-togethers. And like many other direct sales companies, we really flourished throughout this time. But now that we're coming out of the pandemic, I know I'm not the only one. Everyone is itching to get back out there and socialize. And so just as we were a solution during the pandemic, we're also a solution now on the end of the pandemic, tail end of the pandemic, as we, people want to get together. They want to have happy hours. They want to socialize. They want some girlfriend time. And that's exactly what we offer. And so that's why I'm really excited when Logan reached out and said, hey, we're going to do this beauty break presentation. Let's put together some trends to really help make the most of the time that they have together with people, keep it fun, keep it energetic. And so that's really what we've done. We've put together, some ideas, some trends, but also how those trends relate to our products and how you can best demonstrate those with the people that you're around. And congratulations to all of you who booked parties. This is a great start to the spring selling season. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. We're going to run through some trends. And I'm sure you have, if you've been, looking at the internet, looking at news, fashion, some of these will be obviously blaringly clear, especially as we're coming off of award season. One of the things, whether you're a movie buff or not, one of the great things about the award season, whether it's the Grammys or the Oscars or the SAG or any of those awards, is seeing the celebrities get together and what they're wearing and what makeup they're wearing as well. And so a lot of these trends, if you followed any of that, or saw, read InStyle magazine or People magazine, these are going to look very familiar to you. But what we've done is we've compiled them together into one spot so you can have a go-to for some ideas for hosting your parties or your get-togethers through the spring. So these are going to be trends that are specific through the spring and into the summer months this year. So step one always is going to be good skincare. It doesn't matter how great makeup application you have, what color products you use. If your skin is not great, it's going to show. And so that's one thing, of course, that we've got in the bag. With our microbiome friendly skincare, we know that we're promoting a healthy microbiome and delivering the healthiest, naturally beautiful skin possible. And so our Core 4 and our eye cream, of course, our healthy skin bundle is going to be always step one to demonstrate. And at the very least, we want to demonstrate the importance of keeping our skin cleansed and moisturized and hydrated through the summer months. We're going to be outside more, we're around more pollutants, and of course, we're around more sun exposure. So the more we can do to help our skin stay healthy and recover from that sun exposure, the better off we're going to be. So of course, our Core 4 and our eye cream are always going to be something you want to feature first and foremost in the party situation. Makeup trends come and go, but healthy skin is forever. And so that is something we really want to make sure everyone knows when we're introducing our products to them. And then, of course, some products that are great. I call it spring cleaning. We're coming out of the winter. I know everybody does. I have to declutter when it comes spring. I've hoarded and I've stockpiled through the winter, and the same goes for our skin. Our skin gets congested. We've been indoors. We've been around artificial air for so long. And so 2 products come to mind, for the whole spring cleaning concept. First of all, Microdermabrasion, which is great to slough away the dead skin. Not only does it bring forth a more vibrant complexion, but it also helps all of our other products absorb much more effectively. So you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck out of your products if those upper layers of dead skin cells are removed. And not to mention, the biology of the skin dictates that when you remove a layer of dead skin, your body naturally produces a new layer of healthy skin. So that whole process of exfoliation is going to make sure that you've got the youngest, newest, freshest skin possible. And then, of course, we've got our purifying charcoal mask. Just like our skin, one of the key functions of our skin is to provide a filtration system for the body, keeping the bad stuff out and the good stuff in. But if that filter gets clogged, it's not able to work effectively. Our purifying charcoal mask actually absorbs those impurities and removes them. Combine that with the microdermabrasion to sweep it all away, and you're really ensuring that your filter or your skin's filtration system is working as effectively as possible. So you're going to, your products are going to absorb more effectively. When you perspire, you're going to be able to effectively perspire without getting toxins clogged in your skin. So these two are very crucial for healthy skin and great add-ons to your skincare sales when you're promoting your skincare products. And then, of course, two of my very favorite products, they are wintertime, summertime, anytime. They're my favorite. They're my favorite in the summer for a different reason that they're my favorite in the winter months. In the winter months, they provide deep hydration, and humectant benefits to really help maximize the moisture that's in the environment to help nourish our skin. In the summer months, not only do they give you great moisturization and they're super refreshing, but also they contain that bifidoferment lysate, which helps to neutralize UV damage. If you've been one who's had some over sun exposure, maybe you stayed out too long, you were at a ball game, you didn't need to get as much sun as you did, but you did. BioLift and the Balancing Mist both contain that great ingredient. If you put that on right after you have the sun exposure, by morning, your skin will be great. So these are two great products that I think everyone could use for the summer and the winter, actually, but specifically in the summer. And then, of course, one of the big trends that you're going to be seeing is really sheer lightweight moisture or tinted moisturizers. So, this is not the time of year for really heavy opaque foundation. You're going to, in fact, see a lot of brands who are featuring tinted moisturizers or very, very sheer foundations as part of their portfolio for the summer months. But there's really no need to spend a ton on that. You have everything you need at your fingertips to really create a tinted moisturizer simply by adding a few drops of your perfect liquid foundation into either your day lotion or into your night cream if you want a heavier moisturizer, or if you want a really light sheer wash of color with moisturization. One of my favorites is to add it to the BioLift and really get a very sheer, nice wash of color. Your skin shows through, which is exactly what you want, because fresh skin is really one of the biggest trends for the summer. And with that in mind, we have our Perfect Powder Foundation, which is always incredible because it is such a light, sheer coverage. It's great for anybody who has oily skin, who has very few imperfections and just wants to even out their skin tone. Our Perfect Powder Foundation is a dynamic addition. Put that on right after your moisturizer. Your moisturizer will act as a primer and it will really stick, even out the skin tone and last forever. So now, one of the biggest trends, if not the biggest color trend that you're going to see this season, we call Monochromatic Muses. And I love this because this really gets double duty out of your product. So rather than having like your specific lip product and a blush product and an eyeshadow and brow colors and all of this, you get double duty out of several different products. And this is a trend you're going to see across the board through the summer months. One of the big ones is, of course, pinks and corals are going to be everywhere. They already are. It's interesting when you look back in history, if you look at times of economic or social repression like during the 80s or during the 60s, one thing you can say about either of those decades is the makeup was big, it was bright, and it was bold. And that's the same thing that we are seeing right now, socially and economically. There's a lot of things going on, and the way that fashion responds to that is let's brighten it up and make it fun. And so that's what you're going to see. I love this pink combination here, and this is using our bouquet blush as an eyeshadow and a blush. Of course, our petal lip color and our wonderful lash enhancing mascara. That makes a great, that's all you need to create a look just like this. And then of course, corals. This is going to appeal to anybody who's wanting to capitalize on that coral or orange trend. This is our coral blush, living coral lip color, and our lash enhancing mascara. Easy peasy. This is a beautiful look. If you're one that color scares you a bit, this is one that is beautiful. This is the nudes. Still, you're not wearing a lot, but you're wearing monochromatic shades to create a very beautiful, very classy look. When Logan comes back on screen, be sure to take a look at her makeup. Logan is wearing the nudes tonight. And this has got the Warm Sands blush used as an eyeshadow and a blush. It has our bare lipstick and our lash enhancing mascara. So if you're not quite on board with the color trend, and you've got people who may be a little frightened of brightening their color up, and I'm gonna say it, I have to say it. One of my go-to phrases is, it's just makeup, it's not a nose job. If you don't like it, then wash it off. It's makeup is supposed to be fun, and this is the season for having fun and experimenting. So try something different and encourage those who come to your get-togethers to try something different. Good thing is you've got a cleanser there. If they don't like it, you can wash it right off and try something different, or try them all. And then of course we've got the near natural. And this is really kind of the no makeup look. And so with this, we've paired our bronzer with this, because one of the other trends you're going to see is highlight, highlight, highlight. So that the highlighter that's in this bronzer is going to make a beautiful addition to this near natural set with the cashmere lip gloss, the bronzer, and the lash enhancing mascara. Same concept applies. Use your bronzer as your eyeshadow, as your cheek color, as your bronzer, and of course, take advantage of that highlighter, and I'll share more about that in just a few minutes. So here are those 4 sets, just so you have a summary. You've got your pinks, your corals, your nudes, and your near naturals. And Logan and the genius marketing team there in Dallas was good enough to put together some color sets, so you can share these sets with your clients, of course, at a great discount. You'll save 25% on these clean color bundles. You've got the pinks, the corals, the nudes, and the near natural set. And you will be getting this flyer immediately following this meeting. So as soon as it's over, you'll probably have an email with this in it. And of course, you can go to the True R Beauty website as well to see this flyer. Now, another big trend is, diffused lips. Now, diffused lips means, it doesn't mean giving up your lipstick or finding an extra product that you don't have. It simply means applying your lipstick more like a lip balm. So you can either put it on and blur out the edges or blot it out with a sponge, or one of my favorite ways is just take your fingertip, rub it on the bullet of the lipstick, and then dab it on your lips and use it more as a lip balm, just to get a hint of color without the really opaque coverage that you're normally used to with the lipstick. Here are 4 of the top fashion colors for spring 2022. This fuchsia pink, pink flambe, tawny orange, and paradise pink. You're going to be seeing these colors everywhere in the fashion industry through spring and summer. Fortunately, we've got petal, orchid, bear, and primrose, which are beautiful matches to those. So you'll be seeing these shades in clothing. You'll be seeing competitive brands of lip colors in these. So do know that these are your go-to shades when you're looking to really complement those shades with the fashion colors that you're picking up through spring and summer. Metallic eyes also, it's one of the things that I'm going to stress with all of these techniques. It's really not about technique. It's more about wash of color. So you're not going to contour on the outside and have 3 and 4 different colors on your eyelids, and really doesn't have to look really defined and polished. It's just a wash of a color, maybe 1 color, maybe 2 colors, just to get a really nice coverage. I love this metallic look because this is something you can do with any of your highlighter shades in your eyeshadows, or even the highlighter shade that's in your bronzer. Just wash it on your lids, put on some mascara, and you're good to go. It's beautiful. The nude shimmer in the Painted Desert eyeshadow is phenomenal for this trend. If you want to stay looking very natural, but you just want to have a pop of color or a wash of texture on your eyelids, that nude highlighter in Painted Desert is perfect for that. This is more like the Smoke and Mirrors highlighter or the After Midnight highlighter. So if you want something like this, that's going to be your go-to for that. Natural brows. You know, natural brows are, I love when this trend comes back. I love it when women embrace their natural beauty. And that is one thing that we're seeing. We've been seeing more and more with brows, but this spring and summer, it's very much about natural brows. So, you know, it's not about lining your brows. Again, it's more about creating brow, creating brow shape and texture. And that is perfectly done with our eyeshadows. So simply get a brush it into your brows, or if you've got brows that maybe are a little bit unruly, or you want to, ensure that you have a defined shape to your brow, you can mix a little of your powder from your eyeshadow, whatever eyeshadow color matches your brows most closely, into some hair pomade, or even into, like we showed you in our December makeup meeting that we had, our Zoom meeting that we had with our lip balm, just to create a little bit of a wax. And then take a brush and brush that into your brows, and you can get great shape, great hold, and great color. So again, that natural brow is going to look great. And you'll see all of these photos that we're showing here actually show that whole monochromatic trend. And one thing to notice is blush. Blush is back big time. So if you used to be a blush fan back in the 80s, and you kind of gave it up through the 90s, and it's time to pull it back out again, because not only is vivid blush the trend, seeing a lot of color, peaches and pinks and berries on the cheeks, but also contouring with blush. Rather than contouring with your bronzers or your browns, contour with your shade of blush. Contour and highlight, that's why our blushes are so perfect, because we actually built them to be contour and highlight cheek colors. So any of our 4 blushes have that built-in highlighter and contour. So not only do you have 2 shades you can use, when you want to change, but if you want to do the blush contouring, our compacts are already built for that. So you've got that at your fingertips. And then of course, I mentioned earlier, highlight. It's such a big trend. This is called the 3-point highlighter. It's highlight the cheeks, under your brows, and the corner of your eyes. And that would be something that, regardless of your makeup look, if you just want to freshen it up, that 3-point highlighter is really going to make a big difference. And that you can do with the highlighter that we have in our bronzer. And then, of course, it's the summer. We talk about bronzing and highlighting. It doesn't stop right here. If you're wearing something, you've got your shoulders bared. Of course, our body care is phenomenal through the months when we are showing a little bit more skin, but also, that whole, we're not getting the sun like we used to. So if you just want a little color, our bronzer and our highlighter on the body is also very beautiful as well. And also, when I talk about bronzing, if you are using a sunless tanning product, this goes back to reinforce the importance of microdermabrasion. Those sunless tanning products react to dead skin. So if you are going to use a sunless tanning product, make sure that your skin, whether it's your face or your body, is really well exfoliated if you want that color to set and hold as naturally as possible. So there you go. There are some trends that should get you through the spring and summer season. Truora has everything you need to make it beautiful, and I can't wait to see your photos and share your experiences as you're out sharing these with your team. So I'm going to